Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Remix Throwback Thursday, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all having a good week. This is episode 201. Yeah, moving right along. It's just me, myself, and I right now, but that doesn't matter. Sarah's out having fun right now. And I'm going to hold it down for y'all, but not going to keep you too long. We are talking to you. I didn't know what I was going to say, but we are throwing it back to community area number 12, Forest Glen, all the way up north there, y'all. One of our favorite restaurants was there, Edgebrook Cafe. You won't hear about it today in this episode, but you can go back to the Throwback episode, which originally aired October 4th, 2021. Enjoy the episode. Yo. Sarah. Just the two of us.
It's a musical, this one.
We can make it anywhere. Just the two of us.
This is the podcast where we visit all 77 of Chicago's historic neighborhoods and discuss their heritage and taste the amazing food.
And if you know anything about us, we love two things, food and Chicago, so I can't wait to burn this gas money.
You ready?
Let's get it.
This is the 77 Flavors of Chicago, the podcast.
Boy, I hit that first note wrong.
Have you ever hit a note right?
I was about to say, I done hit some high notes. Hey, I ain't got no drums or nothing for myself on that one, man.
You were going to say for your boy.
For your boy. Got no help. Okay. Anyway, Sarah.
It's already off to a fantastic start here.
Yeah, I'm Dario.
I'm Sarah.
Hey, we here.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. We're so happy you're here.
Yeah, we happy that you're here and that you're listening to us.
Even though Dario sounds like he's mediocrely happy.
What you mean? Sound like I'm mediocrely happy?
You say, yeah. Thanks for being, yeah.
First of all, I'm mad that you made me say mediocrely real fast.
Is that a word?
Yeah, I mean, it is now.
Mediocrely. I think I've said this on the podcast before, but if you say linguistically speaking, once
like
a word,
delicious dish.
No, it's not. I thought of lasagna when I said that. But linguistically speaking, I have a friend that has a PhD in linguistics, so I feel like I have a PhD in linguistics. That's usually how it works.
Okay.
And she told me that once a word is said, even if it's not in the dictionary, it automatically, linguistically, it's not a word. You know what I mean? You can't be like, that's not a word.
Yeah, you can't take it back.
It is a word. So
mediocrely is a word.
It is now.
Hey.
Shit.
Man, y'all come up with a word then. How come I can't think of nothing?
You come up with words all the time.
Like what? Kazuki? Flashback. one episode ago. That was a fun one. I couldn't say that word. There was too many consonants in that word, man.
I don't even remember what that means.
It was a type of people.
A group of people?
Yeah. Polish people, I think.
Wow.
Like what they call themselves.
Let's move on very quickly from
I don't know. It's not just, it is Kai's Park. What's up?
I remember now. Remember now. Yeah. That was a good episode.
That was. Shout out to Japan. We out here trending in Japan.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
Okay. For a little while, we were trending in Russia.
Yeah.
Which was,
Yeah. It's good.
Our FBI agents were like, what are you, our assigned CIA agents were like, what are you doing?
Russia, you can go listen to us all you want to. Yeah. We talking about food and history.
Right.
We ain't giving away no codes, no secrets.
Especially not from the two of us.
Right.
But now Japan.
Yeah. We got a new.
Yeah. I know one person from Japan.
Saku.
Our
boy Saku. Hey.
And physically he's in Chicago, so I don't even think it's him.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, he got family. He got family out there.
You think Saku's family is listening to our podcast in Japan?
Saku family, hit us up in the DMs if you listen to a 77 Flavors Shy. We appreciate you. Hey, speaking of comedy, guess who was on stage, y'all? Guess who was on stage?
The girl bombed on the Laugh Factory stage.
You ain't bomb, man.
I mean, it was mediocre.
Man, look.
It was for my first time ever being on stage. Okay, I did theater, if you can't tell. First of all, I'm a Leo, so of course I did theater. But
be acting, huh?
Wow. That's not what it means. It means like I'm the center of attention.
Okay.
I'm already sighing. Anyway, so I did theater, but in theater it's different because you can't see anyone and you're like involved with other people on stage. But I was like in high school.
What you mean you can't see no one on theater?
You can't see the people in the audience.
I mean, you can't see the front row or nothing? You don't be looking?
No, you're paying attention to what you're doing. You're in the middle
That's
of
a fact.
play. You
That's
can't
a
break the
fact.
fourth wall, Dario.
That's a fact. I'd be the worst theater
You would
person in the
be.
world. I'd be trying to
How
get...
y'all doing tonight? They'd be like, that's not... Is this Hamlet? I don't... It's Macbeth.
Here's what we're going to be doing. Act 1, I'm about to go crazy.
Yeah, you'd immediately be fired. But
Whatever.
but being on the Laugh Factory stage was...
Okay, as she takes a drink.
Sorry,
What is
my
going on
throat
here?
got really dry.
In the middle of you speaking of the Laugh Factory.
Sentence.
Pause. Okay.
I wanted a dramatic pause.
Yeah, that
Anyway.
theater major coming in.
Yeah.
Okay, keep it going.
Wow. First of all, not theater major. I said I did theater in high school, but whatever.
Semantics.
It was not semantics. Those are two different things. But yeah, it was good. I think I can do better. Of course, there's always room for growth.
Always room for growth.
Arguably, in most things in life that I do them pretty perfectly. Just spot on.
I don't know. Look, I don't know.
First.
You giving yourself too hard of a grade right now. If the point is, we were both on stage at 77 Flavors of Chicago.
And it was International Podcast Day.
Shout out to International Podcast Day. Man, we got a lot of love out there too for International Podcast Day. We appreciate y'all. Yeah, we got out of San Diego. We was trending in Japan. We got people all over messing with us. We appreciate y'all. We really do appreciate y'all. But you know who else we appreciate?
Who?
Chicago Architecture Center.
Oh my God!
Hey, I don't want to date the podcast eternally forever.
I mean,
but
every time.
But by the time you listen to it, it's gonna be Monday, October 4th, and this month is Chicago's open house.
Right.
And by the Chicago Architecture Center, and what that means is on the 17th and 18th of October. So if you listen to this on time, you still got a chance. But if you can go around to over 100 sites.
It's actually the entire month of
Right,
October.
I'm gonna get to that. Because we got a part of that too. But like the 16th, 17th, you can go into. Typically, you can go into
the sites.
Sites.
I think it's over 100 sites.
Over 100 sites, yeah, historic sites in the city, and learn and kind of observe some of the architecture in the city.
Go learn some shit.
Learn some shit. If not from us, but it will be for us because next part. You go tell them about the next part.
So we were asked to provide recommendations, and because we're extra, we asked if we can make videos. Not only did we want to give a list, we wanted to be interactive, and the team that was working on open house was so gracious and really gave us a great opportunity for us to show off Dario's editing skills, my hilarious timely jokes, and thank you so much, and just
our skill.
Yeah, they let us be creative. They gave us freedom.
Yeah.
They gave us a few neighborhoods that they wanted recommendations on. We went around, we recorded a site recommendation and then a food recommendation.
Mm-hmm. Just like how we do on the podcast.
Yeah.
And abbreviate it's like 1 minute.
It's a 1 minute.
1 minute abbreviation. I don't know if that's abbreviation, but it's short. It's short time.
Yeah. So if you head over to our Instagram, you'll see a post that's somewhere in the grid that will show you how to but you can download the app. The app is called OHC 2021.
Yep.
And we are one of their community partners, and it is under the tab of Explore Like a Local. So if you explore like a local, it'll be
the locals.
We the
locals. We the locals. We got some dope food. We got some nice fun facts.
Right.
And some of them we haven't even gone over on the podcast yet. So
Correct.
that's
we have
pretty.
not.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's kind of cool to be out in front.
You might see a repeated restaurant because we love these restaurants so much.
Yeah, we did. So we did love a couple of them.
Kind of repeat one or two.
Yeah.
But
loyal followers.
Yeah.
Y'all will hit it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if this is the first episode you ever listened to, then
ever,
hey, then you wouldn't know that we repeated anything. We just told you.
Yeah, we lying basically. Wipe your brain.
But that was so fun.
That was
recording
fun.
those videos.
It's dope to be part of Chicago.
Yeah, and then we went to the Chicago Architecture Center. If you haven't been, it's pretty dope. You go. There's like a miniature
built out of the city.
Like a
whole
structure.
Yeah, the whole downtown.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
And then you go upstairs and there's usually an exhibit of some sort. I don't know which one's going on right now, but there. And then we went on the architecture tour, which is a 90-minute tour.
Classic one.
Oh my God. Check it out. It's probably still warm enough that you can go on one. And I think there's one like every hour.
Yeah. I think so. Something like that.
Yeah.
At least every hour and a half.
And it's so fun. Like it says 90 minutes and there's a bar on the wall.
Yeah, you could drink.
You could drink. There's I think they have like coffee and other like non-alcoholic drinks. And yeah, it was so fun. It did not feel like 90 minutes.
No, it was cool.
Take a light cardigan and go on a tour.
Yeah. Shout out to Chicago Architecture Store. So that's a little bit update. We all over the place, man. It's pretty good to be out here, working for the city and for the people, man. Putting the city in good light. That's what it feels good.
And then we have a little if you're unaware, our podcast falls under Be Positive Productions, which is the production company founded by Dario and his best friend Darian. And this month we have this. Well, when this episode comes out, it'll be that day.
It'll be that day. Yeah, I was about to say, what you doing? So if you listen to it in the morning and you're in Chicagoland area, come see all of us. We supporting Equal Hope, which is charity for breast cancer awareness, and we are throwing a show at Zany's Old Town Chicago tonight.
Right.
If you're listening to it on time, October 4th.
If they missed that one, isn't there another one?
Yeah, we'll talk about that later because we got to figure out the logistics. But yeah, come on out. Anyway,
just some updates.
Yeah, just some updates on us. But we changed it up. We switched it up. We switched the tempo up this time.
We did.
Yeah, we went. Y'all, we had breakfast. Where you at?
Oh yeah. You say where you at?
I'm like, help your boy out.
First of all, I need to know what you're referring to because we do things differently every episode.
I mean, we talked about this before we got on the air.
That's facts. So we did have breakfast, which is our first breakfast location.
Hey, first one.
What do you think?
Well, first, we'll get to that.
What do you think of the idea of breakfast?
What I think of the idea of breakfast? I like breakfast, first of all. When it's smacking, shoot.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I go crazy over breakfast. You know that. Give me some good pancakes, some sausage, and I mess with bacon, hash brown, egg. Y'all, boy, I go crazy over here.
Egg. Just one egg.
Eggs, okay.
Also, Dario never used to eat eggs. And
putting all my business out there.
I'm just saying. They know by now.
Wow, okay.
But now he does.
Tell him I put my right foot in the tub first, too.
Do you?
Right,
I mean, I don't even know that.
I do, because if I slip and fall, that's my dominant leg.
You think that's going to save you?
Hell yeah. Shoot.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
That logic is flawed.
Weebles wobble. They don't fall down.
Okay, that's his infamous quote.
Yeah.
I
don't fall.
I know that.
Y'all can knock me over and I don't fall. I'm like one of them things that just
those outside of the
outside of the what?
Outside of the like a car dealership.
Wavy, wacky, inflatable arm thing.
They don't fall.
They don't fall. That's because they got air blowing in them.
You're full of hot air.
Mr. Dan Carlin, welcome to the History Shorts podcast.
Happy to do it. I wish you all the luck in the world, and I'm glad you're doing this too. Congratulations.
Hi everyone, my name is Peter Zablocki, a historian and a host of the History Shorts podcast. If you are a fan of serious yet fun history, then it might be time to squeeze History Shorts into your daily routine. From everyday 10-minute episodes on often stupefying history to weekly interviews with top historians, the History Shorts podcast is your one-stop shop for easily accessible history. See you on your favorite podcast app.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not full. I'm not full out there. What you
I'm
mean?
Just asking.
No. Anyway, we diverted again. But I like the thought of breakfast in the morning, which is dope. It was dope to kind of wake up and jump out and do it. Yeah, and go ahead.
It's a different vibe. It's a different crowd of people.
Much different.
We'll talk about that in a second. But tell us where we were.
We went to Forest Glen, y'all, And
if you didn't know that was part of Chicago, neither did we.
Neither did we. I swear that sounds like a suburb if it ever was one, man. I'm telling you. And for those keeping track on the bingo, first of all, sorry, we ain't been updating the board, but the game still goes.
It's going.
It's going.
They're random boards.
They are, but sorry, because I ain't updated the title. But we'll have it updated for you by this one. But
yeah.
I mean, I said, look, I'm willing to bet that most people that are in the city of Chicago, unless you're around that part of the town, I don't know that you knew Forest Glen was part of Chicago. I don't think you knew that.
I agree. I think unless you own property in that part of town, you did not know that was part of Chicago.
You couldn't know it.
If you, I don't know, work for the Chicago History Museum. Maybe you know.
Right. Or Udilla. You know what I mean? He knew.
He knows.
Yeah.
He knew that.
But you would have told me, for all the money, here it is, $1 million, $1 billion on the line. Is Forest Glen a part of Chicago? I would have put my mouth close to the mic, pause, and I would have been like, I would have said, no. Confident as hell.
Damn, well, you lose all the money.
All the money. They would have been like, oh, incorrect, sir.
Wow.
Anyway, it is a part that's community area number 12 on the bingo board. And let me tell you, it's a suburb. I'm just call it what it is. It's a suburb for sure. But it is part of Chicago, and it's got a very of all the neighborhoods, community areas that we've been through so far. This is the most kind of confusing one about how it began and the neighborhoods and such.
I mean, I'm going to trust your opinion on that because I have zero knowledge.
Yeah, wonderful place. Forest Glen.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, it really is. It's surrounded by forest. Like, no joke. Yeah. It is surrounded by forest.
So last year, we wanted to go on a hike. So we went to Kenosha.
Yeah, we could have went right to Forest Glen.
We could have just gone to Forest Glen. It's like 20 minutes away.
Yeah, right. I don't
Bullshit.
know. Right, we went.
Paid for a hotel and everything.
Everything. And we could have just went to Forest Glen.
Gone to Forest Glen. There's a nice trail.
Nice trail? It's houses inside of the forest?
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
It's like playing
it's
Zelda.
Creepy.
It is.
That part is creepy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's like Zelda.
So let's paint the image.
I just did. It's like Zelda.
Well, some people might not know what Zelda is.
All right, y'all.
I.e., me, some people. Okay. So there's a train track running through an ominous
Come on now.
part of the town. No, I'm just playing. It's just the main road. Just central.
Yeah.
Literally. Mm-hmm. Metaphorically and literally.
Yeah.
There's a train, the Amtrak runs through there, and I believe also the Metro.
Yeah.
Okay. And then before you go into the town, there's a town sign that says "Welcome to Edgebrook."
Yep, and that's one of the neighborhoods inside of Forest Glen.
Inside of Forest Glen. To your left, like a block before that, is a very creepy little road with a fire hydrant on the side for no reason. Okay.
It's a forest right there.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, she said for no reason.
Man. This city is pretty sensitive about these fires. Okay.
Come on, man.
I'm playing.
Come on.
Just kidding. It's also the anniversary month.
Hey.
So we're extra sensitive. All right.
Wow.
You in little fires. Okay.
What?
It's actually a big fire.
That is.
All right. This is the big.
Jesus. What? Come on.
Anyway, painting the picture. Tall, like small trees, very tall, very small. You drive down like you're going into a forest preserve.
Yep.
And then you just see houses.
Yeah.
Like a little town. Think of if you think of like a typical Massachusetts town, like think of Gilmore Girls.
I ain't never seen
Stars
that.
Hollow, okay? Inside of a forest. But the houses, not the actual town, because there's no actual town. It's just houses. But mansions.
Yeah, it's pretty decent houses in there.
Really nice houses.
Yeah.
In the middle of the forest. In like a pocket in the middle.
In the middle of a forest in the middle of Chicago. It's not the middle. We on the edge of Chicago, to be honest with you.
Right. But we heard a little fun story about that town.
Yeah.
Part of town.
Yeah.
So as we were eating, there was a couple sitting next to us. And they were like, hey, did you know that little area, that little pocket within the forest is where the company that was working on building the train tracks, the people that were working on the train tracks lived there while they were working on the train tracks.
Yeah.
That's why it's there.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
They could have knocked down the front part of the woods and just made it.
That's seclusion. I kind of like that. That's
creepy.
That's like sleeping with the door closed. You know what I mean? Like, I like it. It's like you in the forest and you kind of, I mean, it's scary and you're back in the forest, but like if you in the over by the road, you got the trees shielding you.
What do you got to hide?
I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay.
I mean,
then what do you need the seclusion for?
Look, first of all,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Look,
I'm like the kind of person that if it's too quiet, I can't go to sleep. Like
that's a fact.
It's scary to me. Like I can't be. That's why I cannot imagine living in a suburb. Like I understand people that enjoy living in suburbs. I get that there's a lot of perks to it. But if it's too because I grew up in a city, if it's too quiet, I can't go to sleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I used to be like that, but let me tell you, these Z's gonna be caught.
Well, I mean, you are older.
Wow. You
I said older. I didn't
different.
even say old.
Wow. You acting real different tonight. like what is going on?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. This is her every day.
Yeah.
It's her every day.
I said older. I didn't say old.
Man, look, people.
You're not old.
Black don't crack. First of all,
I never said it did. I didn't say you were old.
Okay. Anyway, back to Forest Glen, which is also an old. It's old too, ain't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it's old.
So you asking me? I don't know.
Yeah, let's get to the fun facts, y'all. We've been talking, but let's hey. It is time, y'all. It is time to talk more. Like I told you, this was a confusing one, to be honest with you. Not confusing, but it's just interesting. I guess when you really do learn about like the city, and especially places you don't know of, you know what I'm saying? Like I would have never guessed this was one. Even when we looked at the list of all 77, you kind of skip over names, only the ones that you've seen. But I mean, here we are, Forest Glen, a fantastic place, by the way. I don't want it that, but it's just different. It feels like a suburb. You know what I'm saying? Like I've driven through parts of Forest Glen and not realized that that's a community area. I'm still thinking I'm outside of Chicago because it's close to Niles. I used to work in Northbrook.
It's similar to how the part of the city that's like close to Oak Park, like that entire, think of like Austin, Cermak, Berwyn, like you think you're not in the city because it's kind of far. It's the edge of the edge.
And this is the edge
of the city. Yeah,
this is the edge of the city.
Same thing on the south side, like
south side.
Okay, before you hit the south side suburbs. Mm-hmm. You can't really tell if you're on the south side of the city or you south side suburbs.
Or you transition.
Yeah.
You know
like
what I mean?
Where does that happen? You know what I mean? So same thing here.
Same thing. And it of all the places, I think this to me probably feels like the most.
Right.
Like you can't tell. Anyway, it was of course annexed to the city in 1889, kind of like most things right around that in between the 60s and the 80s and the 90s. A lot of annexation was happening.
Post fire.
Post, yeah. I mean, well, you got to rebuild.
Yeah,
needs some more space.
Rebuild.
So the neighborhoods. Let me talk about the neighborhoods because that's really the story here with Edgebrook, and it gets wild, y'all. So Forest Glen is the community area, but it has Edgebrook, Old Edgebrook, which the first homes were built in 1890, and that neighborhood, Old Edgebrook, is a historical landmark district.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Indian Woods, Wildwood, North Edgebrook.
Wow.
Yeah. North Edgebrook. And then there is Saginash. Okay, Sauganash. I'm sorry. Sauganash. Look, I got the paper right here in front of me.
Soggy?
No.
I'm just playing.
Sauganash.
So I thought it was Soggy Nash, like the basketball player, but him being soggy.
Who the hell basketball player you looking at? You Steve Nash? Mm-hmm. Wow. Sorry, Steve Nash.
Is he alive?
Yes, he is alive.
Okay,
and he's a coach of the...
Is he?
Wow. Soggy Nash? Jesus. What is going on? What's good? And that's Darian's team too, the Nets. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't care enough to know anything about them other than that.
Yeah, well, not Soggy Nash. This is Sauganash. You know what Sauganash means?
I don't.
It means English speaking.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
coincidentally,
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm
So
just saying.
basically, you're saying I'm a foreigner.
Why? I mean,
Say it.
you know,
Say it with your chest.
I'm gonna say it in his mic.
I mean, I am a foreigner.
Yeah, I'm about to say you are a foreigner.
They
Put it all in the newspaper. Jordan born. Come on now.
I am Jordan born.
Yeah, foreigner.
Okay.
Anyway.
The way you're saying it sounds like an insult.
No,
it's not an insult.
You started this.
I did.
We beefing
I
this whole
instigated.
episode. Anyway, look. So, all right. Now here's where it starts to get interesting. So, British guy by the name of Billy Caldwell.
Mm-hmm.
He was also known as Sauganash. Okay. He became the leader of the Potawatomi. Okay. Now, if you know Potawatomi,
I remember that word from somewhere.
From the Chicago Architecture Tour. And that's a huge part of what tribe and everything settled here in Chicago. So he became the leader of the Potawatomi tribe, and he helped negotiate.
Leader. He probably forced himself to become the leader.
Well, check it out, because this is interesting here. He became the leader of them, and he helped negotiate a treaty on the behalf of the United Nations of Chippewa, Ottawa, and Potawatomi. Oh, okay. And do you know what treaty he helped negotiate?
I don't.
The Treaty of Chicago.
Oh.
And because he negotiated that, he was rewarded. The Potawatomi and Ottawa and Chippewa, Ottawa were rewarded 1,600 acres on the Chicago River. And the rest is history.
That is dope.
Ain't that dope? Like,
yeah, that's pretty dope.
The rest is history. It's I mean, that's why I said all these places are super cool to like just know and realize, because you don't realize Forest Glen, I had no clue.
Yeah.
You know, you had no clue. Probably most listeners didn't have a clue about that being a community area unless you lived there.
Let alone all these facts.
That one of the guys who you know, like is from there and named after there. Right. Man, he helped start Chicago. Like that's crazy. Dope. And the Treaty of Chicago is obviously, it precedes, you know, everything else. We talking 1818, you know what I'm saying? So and after up until, because 1837 Chicago was incorporated. So before then, this when this treaty was had. And then continuing now, again, here's where it gets even wilder. Okay, Forest Glen is a neighborhood in Forest Glen.
What is?
Bruh. What? I had to read that, and I was like, "Am I?"
Oh, it's like how the capital of Oman is Oman.
Really? Yeah. I didn't know. What? First of all, where is Oman?
It's on the Arabian Gulf.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
You think of like where Saudi Arabia is.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking, and I can't figure it out.
Okay, well,
but I think I know that general area.
So yeah. There's like the Gulf, the Arabian Gulf, or like the peninsula. It's a very small country, and because it's so small, the capital is the country. The whole thing is the capital.
Okay.
There's a lot of countries that their capital is the same name as the country.
Yeah, that's a common thing.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised that the name of the city is also the name.
The neighborhood. I mean, look, New York. You know,
right?
So nice they had to name it twice. Man, get out of here with that.
I mean, just
get out of here with that mess.
Make alleys.
You know what I'm
so
saying?
Your trash isn't everywhere.
Take your garbage out.
Yeah.
Let me stop. This ain't. I actually like New York.
Me too.
But you know, it's something like, you know what it is. The '90s did me in. I'm a Bulls fan, and the Knicks was our rival. And I'm sorry, all New York teams got to suffer because of Michael Jordan and the Knicks. They got to. It's just in me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
You still hate all New York sports teams.
I can't get down with none New York team. I can't do it. Y'all took Anthony Rizzo from me, and y'all took Javi Baez from me. Now I really don't like you.
Yeah.
I know it's some Cubs fans out here that feel me on this.
I'm sure.
I'm getting real passionate. I'm about to start crying.
It's okay. You could cry.
Rizzo. Do you know, fun fact about Anthony Rizzo? He is one of two Cubs to be on 100 loss team and 100+ win team.
I don't know what that means. Like they lost 100 games and they won 100 games?
Yes, that's what that means.
So literally what you said.
Okay. Yeah, literally.
Wow.
What I said. I feel like I added an extra syllable in literally. Did I? Why?
That's what you get for making fun of me for pronouncing all the letters.
I don't know. Literally seemed too long. There you go again. It just seemed like it's a long.
You're just saying the T like you're supposed to.
What I said before?
There.
Literally. That's it. Look, I said it again. Anyway.
You said literally.
You're just gonna keep roasting me in front of all these people. Look, first of all, y'all, I just want to tell y'all, I'm smart. You. Don't get it twisted on here.
Of course you're smart. That's why you're doing the hard part. That's history. If I were to do this, it'd be like, hold on, let me reread that real quick. No.
This is fun. You know, I love Chicago. Anyway, one more neighborhood inside of Forest Glen, South Edgebrook. I mean, if I'm being honest here, y'all could have came up with some better names. Y'all named Edgebrook like 3 times. Y'all got Edgebrook, Old Edgebrook, 4 times. I'm sorry, North Edgebrook and South Edgebrook. Jesus. Now here's the thing. Here's the more interesting thing about South Edgebrook. South Edgebrook is, of course, part of Forest Glen, but because of roads and forest preserve and how things have kind of changed over time, it's now straddling 2 other community areas, Jefferson Park and Norwood.
Straddling.
Come on. You would hear that part. you would.
You said it.
You would hit straddling. Anyway.
What is it straddling?
Come.
What does that even mean? Like it's on top of?
Straddling. No. It's bored. I guess kinda. Kinda is straddling. That's usually what that means.
Yeah.
But it's usually what
my limited knowledge, that's what like a horse.
Oh, come on. Anyway,
of course that's what I meant. Like horseback riding.
Mm-hmm. That's not what I meant. Jefferson Park and Norwood Park. So there you have it. Forest Glen, an actual neighborhood community.
What do you feel like the vibe of it while we were there is though?
It's a suburb. We went what, Saturday? Whatever. We timestamped this whole thing anyway.
Who cares?
We went on a Saturday and it was early morning, so I don't think it was too active. You know what I mean?
Right.
Wasn't too active. But talking to the place where we went, they were talking about like back in the last year before the pandemic, or even during the pandemic.
That's 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy. 2 years ago, they had lines out the door. Pre-pandemic, in the before times, they had line out the door. So it's hopping down there.
I mean, even today was pretty packed while we were
there.
there.
Oh yeah, it was packed in there. We had the last 2 seats in the restaurant. So. Yeah. Before it's Glen, man, I like it. It's just, it feels like an escape away from the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It feels like if you want to still be 15 minutes away from the city, but not in the city at all.
Yeah. I mean, because like if you blink your eyes and you spin around and then open them again.
You're in Evanston.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It feels like a Skokie, Evanston type. Yeah. Maybe not as far as Evanston, but maybe like a Skokie.
I got respect for it though. It's a Chicago community area. Course, you know what I mean? Like
it's really nice. The houses are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. When I think of like places like, because I think about the suburbs, I'll be thinking, man, look, they ain't got what we got. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, but like they do. It looks like a suburb. All the symptoms of a suburb, but it's Chicago. Big roads.
Dario has PTSD from living in the suburbs.
Well, let me tell you, never again.
Yeah,
never again.
I just can't. Again, it's not for me. It's not even that I'm like. It's not that I don't like the suburbs. I've lived in Mokina before, which. Everything closes at like 6.
I said, damn, and I lived in Plainfield.
Yeah.
Come on.
But Mokina was rough, to be honest.
Yeah.
Everything closes at 6. You have to drive like 15 minutes to get to the closest grocery store. And that's just not my lifestyle.
Yeah, no.
That's the only reason why I'm like, I can't do it. But not for lack of amenities or lack of like, I think, if you have a family and you want to raise your family in the suburbs, that's a great place to be. You can also raise a family in the city because...
That's a deep-ass breath you took.
Well, because, like, you know what I really enjoy about Chicago, and we mention this, like, every time we're driving, is that a lot of these neighborhoods, you feel secluded. Like, you don't feel like you're in the middle of downtown. What I did not enjoy about New York is you constantly felt like you were downtown.
Downtown, every time.
And there was no, like Lincoln Park... Lakeview, like any of these neighborhoods that are pretty close to downtown, right? Even Old Town
feels like a neighborhood.
You feel like you're in a neighborhood. Like I could, you could walk outside and just like it's quiet. So that's why I don't understand why I would ever need to live in a suburb, because I already get that feeling. Like it's calm, it's quiet. It's a neighborhood. There's trees and kids playing in the park and shit. Like all the symptoms of a suburb.
Well, if we keep doing this podcast, hopefully we do it right and people start to come back to the city.
Yeah.
Can't have Houston take us over, y'all. Come on, shout out to Houston, but y'all can't take us over. They talk about what, 2040 or something like that, 2050. We gonna be number 4 largest. No,
That's
that ain't
fine. That's fine.
No, that ain't fine. Look,
That's fine.
Chicagoans got pride. We want to.
No, largest in terms of like per capita.
No. They gonna have more people.
Yeah, so
Is that
let them have more people.
No, man. Look, I don't like.
Why would you
Chicagoans
want
don't
more
like losing.
people?
We don't like losing. That's all it is. I don't care about
It's not
the
even
number.
a loss.
I don't want to be number 4. Promise you that.
But once you run out of lots to build on, you're gonna have to start building up, and it turns into New York, and you don't.
Man,
want that.
we gonna be a better New York. We already got alleys, man.
Okay. All right.
Oh my goodness, this ain't a New York bashing thing, man. If we talking about sports, okay, I might bash y'all, but
we like New York.
yeah, I love it. I want to go every year. I want to go to New York, but
Yeah.
Chicago's beautiful. We're not gonna end on that.
Sorry.
Yeah, Chicago's beautiful. Hey, we hope you enjoyed that episode. Thank you for listening to Throwback Thursday for Glen. We will be back next week or next episode for however you listen with a brand new episode, 77 Flavors of Chicago. Until then, peace.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and we hope you loved it.
And if you could, please follow us on social media at 77 Flavors Shy on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter.
If you have any ideas or deep dives that you'd love us to do, please contact us at media@77flavorsshy. That's the number 77 flavors and shy for Chicago.com.
If you like visuals, please subscribe and follow and watch us on our YouTube channel at the same thing, 77 Flavors Shy, or search 77 Flavors of Chicago.
If you would like to support us monetarily, go ahead and click that Buzzsprout link in the description of this episode.
And as always, we gonna see you next week. Peace.